Abdul, I hope you're well.
Say again?
How are you?
Yes, I'm great.
We understand you have secured, and confirm this for me, you have secured an injunction on the funeral. Is that accurate?
Yes, I believe when you make the assertion that you are referring to the Nadede.
Yes, the family, yeah.
Yes, that is correct. Yesterday.
Why?
Why? Are you asking why we seek the court?
Yes. Why did you seek the injunction? Why did you go to court in the first place?
Yes, we went to court because we realized that there are certain anomalies regarding the funeral planning of the late Gamanye Nadede Omedru, who belongs to us. And so because we realized that the Ghana Traditional Council is not towing the same line as we had agreed before the commencement of the committee, then it was prudent for us to depart. Realize that themselves, they are not living to expectation and they are not living by their promises. And that is our departure point. And so we departed.
You're saying that there was an agreement between the family and the royal palace as to how it should be handled.
Yes, that is so. So the late Gamanye passed on the 26th of December 2022. That was last year, and so the family had the course to announce it first to the Gamanche, and subsequently we had meetings with him, of which he assured us that he was going to set a funeral planning committee. Now, at these committees, members of the families would have representations all over, including the finance committee, and again, a signatory to the account would also have a family member representing. Now, our house was demolished because they wanted to create a space, and they said that because the Gamanya is for the gas state, the burial is not going to be something small. It's going to be huge. And so we have to create a space for them. They brought Coda from AMA to come and do the demolition. They collected the debris. They brought design, the plan that they want to build. Now, the reason is because when the body is to be laid in state, once the body is brought from the morgue, it will be brought to our family home. And that is where the body will be washed and laid in, for 2 days. Before then, the body will subsequently be taken to the Ghana Traditional Council for 3 days. And so in all, the Queen Mother will be laid in state for 5 days. 2 days at our palace, 2 days at the Ghana Traditional Council. But as it stands now, we realize that there are certain rites that ought to have been performed. One, by our family head. And then some of the rites that also will be done will be that the family head himself, who would seek and invite the paternal and the maternal side of the Queen Mother to now begin to commence funeral, would have to have his way to go and then perform the rites for the stool and set aside the stool. This has not been done ever since the old lady passed on. And the customs and traditions, it is not done. Yet you would realize that there are people, notable chiefs, who are behind this, and they are fueling passion to create confusion among us so that we will not be able to perform these rites. Now, the rites aside, we are also expecting that within the committees, whatever we've been told and the understanding that we are made to believe before the commencement of these committees were set up, the promises are not being met. So how do we bath and lay the old lady to rest in the family home? It is not possible because that place is not ready yet. Where would the final destination of the old lady be? The tomb. That one is also not ready. And they keep telling us that no, they have a place to lay her. They have a place to bury her. And this one is It doesn't sink. You understand it? And when the people begin to tell you that it is their duty, they have the right, they have the mandate to tell when and how the funeral is to be done, then you realize that there are people who are usurping your right. And they are assuming some powers which they do not have in tradition and in law. And they keep telling us that the body belongs to the state. And we keep reminding them that they are not bigger than the law. The established law, as we know it, and it is right, that anyone who dies, the mortal remains, belongs to the wider family. And this is a classical law. You understand it? It is fundamental. And we don't understand why people want to use power rather than follow tradition and follow the law. So we realize that these people, they are not going through the processes correctly as we have agreed. And so we have, first of all, withdrawn from the committee. The first time our letter to them was dated on the 2nd of July. And the second one was, so we had to go back again because we were given promises that, okay, these were your issues, we raised concerns, we will look forward to it and solve them for you. And so we went back. We wrote an apology and retraction of our withdrawal first, and then we gave our consent. Now the consent we were expecting that they would do something about it, they didn't. And because they didn't, on the 2nd, we again pulled out officially on the 17th of September. Okay? And on the 2nd of October, we wrote to them and told them that as we are seeing the way forward, we are not seeing our way clear. And the reason we are saying this is because we realize that it wouldn't be feasible to see this funeral and burial of our queen mother. The reason is because the place that she will be laid is not complete. Again, where she will be buried is not complete. There are so many things that ought to have been done. Those things are not being done. And so we gave them 5 points that they should take care of these things so that we can move on. And as we speak, they have not taken care of those ones. They believe that they have the power. And because they have the power and they have the men to push people about, that is why they were bent on doing what they are doing. From the very day that the old lady fell off, they had not owned the body. The body had always been with us. And in fact, they wrote a letter to place an embargo on the body. We went and took the body and relocated the body. The body had not, for even a minute, been in their care. Now, they send their bloggers around propagating falsehood that they have the body, and whether we like it or not, they will do the burial. And we are saying it is only funeral that they can do, but burial out, because before you can bury, you have to get the body. And the body, you cannot have it. And we are being told that, yes, people will do dummies and they will place it for people to come and look at it and all that. And we are saying that as for the body, they forget it. And we've been warned that, hey, whatever you do, we will get the body. And because we know that people would want to use other unorthodox means, illegal means, to acquire the body, then of course, we as law-abiding people would have to now go to the court and to seek an injunction and place an injunction on what they purpose to do, because we know what they are doing is not within the law. And so yesterday, even before yesterday, we gave them the opportunity to appear with us in court so that we can argue our cases out, because we realize that those people and individuals that we've been called before them to come and sit on the case, we expect that they should give out rulings and give out the rulings real quick. But they don't. They have delayed us from January up to this time. You go here, they push you here, you go here. So they were just buying time. And so we decided to go to court with them. Now, the court issued a writ first so that at least the bailiff will go and serve them, so they appear in court. We did that one. But when the bailiff went to the traditional council to serve them, the bailiff were being manhandled. And after the bailiffs were manhandled, they did not take the writ. And so it became a non-service. Once, twice, and we realized that, no, these people, they are using tactics and to buy time. And so what we did was to withdraw the first motion and go for an ex parte motion. And that is exactly what we did. We went yesterday, the motion was moved, and we secured an injunction. And as it stands now, anything concerning the body the planning and organizing of faith. They cannot do it. And so if they say they will continue to do whatever they want to do, at best, they will do anything except that they cannot have the body. So those people who are saying, yeah, they are funeral, whether you like it or not, yes, it's just a fanfare. And people want to make name. And people want to take money. Yes, but if you want to do funeral, of course, you will come and then you reason with the family and we'll do a very beautiful one. But as it stands now, that is not what is going to happen there. And we are looking at them, what they are doing, and we are monitoring. And the injunction is also on. And so we are monitoring and we would advise ourselves accordingly. So that is the only thing I have to say now. Like I told you, I have other interviews to run with other
people. Okay. So let me just ask one last question. You said, what would it take for you to release the body for the funeral to continue?
You see, on the 2nd of October, we gave some 5 to 6 points. We said, one, they must come to us and talk about the completion of our family house before the burial. And so even that one, some ministers suggested that even if we cannot get a complete of it, at least where we've gotten to, the family itself had raised the building up to an appreciable level. And then it has been suggested to us that, okay, we roof it. And we've agreed that we will roof it. So when we roof it, and then we will complete the final resting place for the Queen Mother, and then we do the rites of the family head. And then we will go and set aside the stool. Now, it is our stool. But about the Sunday, we heard the chairman of the funeral planning committee saying that they have instructed the stool father to set aside the stool. The question is it his stool? Do we have the power to command and to control his stool? And why is he interested in commanding our stool? We are saying that there are notable chiefs who are bent on electing, nominating, selecting, and installing a Queen Mother for us. If that is their mind, it will not happen. It will not happen. So the people are interested not only in doing funerals, but they are interested in our kingdom. And that is what they want to take away. And history has reminded us and kept reminding us that we are here, okay, in this Ghana state, where we see legitimate people being taken off. And people strive and they struggle and they are not getting it. Talk less of a vacant position. That one, it will be taken easily. But we are sending warning to them that we will take them to court. We will use every legal avenue to protect our kingdom and make sure that people will not just come and cash out easily like that, and they will not take our kingdom easily like that. It will not happen unless the law in this country does not work. But if the law works, definitely they just will have a showdown with us. That's it.
Abdul Salam, thank you very much.
Thank you.
A spokesperson for the Gamanya family, explaining why they are in court and have secured an injunction. He says, well, if they decide to go ahead with the funeral, they can, but they will not get the body of the late Gamanya. That one, like the law says, when you pass on, your corpse or the body belongs to the family. So they have repossessed their family member, but they can go on and do what. If they say they want to go on, they should go on. But if they want the body, then they have to sit down and trash out their differences. That's the only way it can continue. We've attempted to get a member of the organizing committee for the funeral. We spoke to them. They've indicated to us that they are holding a press conference at 10 a.m. So we are sending somebody there to cover whatever they'll say. We'll share with you on this network. So we'll share details of what their response to the injunction is, whether or not they will go ahead without the body or what they will do. So we'll give you details of what will transpire subsequently.